We are building strength by moving off-grid because we think that is a sustainable way to ensure that everyone has enough. After a tree fell on my parents' shed a few months ago, we took on the challenge of fixing it ourselves with the help of my neighbor and brother Bryson. Our motivation to learn how to build is rooted in our hope to construct houses with our friends in South Africa one day. Many people close to us do not have safe structures to live in. Their homes flood and fail to protect them from the elements. In order to teach them one day, we realized we needed to learn ourselves. Before we could start any construction, the years of stuff inside needed to be cleaned out. We found a lot of useful things here. We also found a lot of junk.
This was his kitchen.
We also found that work doesn't have to be such a terrible thing.
That's good, Leafy.
It took some time to get here, but eventually Shanae had an opportunity to work on her fear of heights. We thought about pulling the shingles off from the top, but realized they were stapled on, and that didn't seem like fun. Our friend lent us some tools to smash the boards loose and cut them so I could push them off. Our hands built a lot of strength by going off-grid today.
What have we done?
Once the roof was off, we had to get it covered quickly because it was about to rain. These tarps did their job, but didn't survive the storm. We bought a new one, which covered the whole shed.
Looking pretty good.
But this didn't last long either.
Better hurry, Leafy.
We cleared the shingles and rocks away from the shed so we could lift it up.
Okay, quickly. And the bushes here.
Bryson lent us his truck so we could pick up the materials we needed. He showed up later with some jacks and helped us get started. Together we jacked up pieces of the shed and put concrete blocks underneath. We put a piece of wood on one side to make it level. Bryson let Shanae and I take the lead, but gave his advice when we asked. This is the last day we spent together, and this is how I like to remember him.
More?
He was strong and had his own way of doing things, which usually made us laugh. Working on this project was fun with him, and Bryson was happy to help, because he knew Dad had good food waiting. But in general, he liked to show up for people when they needed it. He was always there if you asked.
Like how you flex your muscles, Bryson.
You alright?
Yeah. Don't put
Shanae and I borrowed his truck again the next day to pick up the materials to start constructing the roof. We bought plywood, shingles, nails, roofing paper, and unloaded it by the shed. Everything was going smoothly until it was time to leave. The truck was stuck. As my dad said multiple times this day, these piece of junk tires he got on this piece of junk truck really suck. I was late to work that day. I called Bryson to tell him that I couldn't bring the truck back because I was late for work. He responded by saying, Well,
Come towards me.
if you're already
Towards me,
late,
yeah.
what's a little more late?
Come towards me, yeah.
So I told him I would bring it back tomorrow. Since that day, time has seemed to stand still but move along around us. In Bryson's world, it is forever Friday, and I think about this day a lot. Nothing we can do can change what happened, but people showed up to make things a little easier.
There you go.
Our new motivation to finish the shed was to bring Bryson's stuff home. A friend and my other brother, Brent, helped us to finish the shed in less than 2 days. This week we brought his painting gear home, and now we have a new motivation for finishing the shed. See you next week. See you buona, Quebec Israel. Bye. Thank you. Danke. Inkosi.